Hey guys, it's Tyler Skidmore with Fly Rod Chronicles and West Virginia Fly Guys, and today we're going to be tying a lively Legz Nymph. I'm going to start by wrapping .015 lead-free wire on my hook shank here and bunching it up against the bead. I'm also going to be using 6/0 black uni thread here, and I'm going to start it with my pin trap. I'm going to try to build a slight taper up to my wire here, also while getting my wire tied down to the hook shank. And then I'm going to wrap all the way down into the hook bend here and end at about the barb. I'm going to reach for some goose biot here, and in this case I'm going to be using purple, but you can use whatever color you'd like. I'm going to get two quills free from the stem. I'm going to measure them out to about a hook's gap length, and I'm going to tie one end at a time just to make it more uniform and symmetrical. Yeah, some people like to tie two in, and that's fine. I'm going to take a couple wraps, tie them down, and then I'm going to work my way up the hook shank with them. And you can either snip them or pull them free. Now I'm going to go back to my initial tie-in point. I'm going to grab some this is holographic synthetic quill that I got from Hemingway's, and I'm going to tie it in and wrap up to the top of the hook shank here. And now I'm just going to do slightly touching wraps, tapering it all the way up to about where my wire is, and I'm going to tie it off real well, snip it free, and I'm going to reach for some Solarez thin UV cure here. I'm going to apply it to a note card and then use my bobbin to transfer it to my fly here. Once I get it where I like it, I'm going to torch it with my UV light here, and then we're going to head on to the next step. I'm going to reach for one strand of pearl colored Flashabou here. I'm going to tie it in at the top of the hook shank. And it can be difficult sometimes to tie on cured UV resin, but as long as you take multiple wraps, it should be okay. Now I've got some Legz Nymph skin here, and it's going to go on top of that Flashabou and on top of the shank as well. This part can get somewhat difficult here, but I'm gonna reach for my lively legs, and I'm gonna put my thread wraps right in front and right behind of two sets of legs here, and it's just, you're gonna have to. It's pretty time consuming, but you know, if you take your time, it'll look pretty good once you're done. It might take you a few flies to figure this out, but once you do, you'll really like the outcome of it. I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to get it all the way in the back of the second set of legs that I've got there, and I'm going to apply some black dubbing. And again, just like the goose biots, you don't have to use black. That's just the color of my choice right now. I'm going to lightly wrap some on here. I'm going to try to build somewhat of a thorax to the fly body here. And then I'm going to work my thread all the way to the top of the hook shank right behind the bead. I'm going to fold over my nymph skin. I'm going to tie it down with 2 to 3 wraps. I'm going to snip it free here, and then I'm going to grab my my one strand of Flashabou, and I'm going to tie it down as well and try to get it as centered as possible. It only takes 2 or 3 wraps to get it nice and tight to the hook shank here, and then we're going to snip it free. I'm going to go and I'm going to throw in a 2 or 3 turn whip finish. I'm not real concerned about having a tight whip finish here because we're going to throw UV resin in on it, and that's how we're going to bulletproof this fly. Once I get my thin UV resin on here, I'm going to cure it with a shot from my lamp here, and then my fly is going to be finished. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Also, go to www.westvirginiaflyguys.com for more, and thanks for watching.